YouTube, we're back. Paulie C,
Dilly D.
we're here to talk to you about aliens versus God. God who?
What? Huh?
God who?
Exactly.
Basically, our last video got cut off towards the end because we were a little cramped for time, but the money pit. To revisit that real quick, the money pit is the single most ingenious hydraulic system ever created, and possibly the best safe ever created. Because what lies at the bottom of that could alter mankind for all we know. It really could.
It said that Atlantis, the Ark of the Covenant,
Pirate treasure, the original manuscripts of Shakespeare could be down there.
which we laugh at that because if that's the case, they're already disintegrated.
Yeah, there's no way that
honestly,
manuscripts of Shakespeare are down at the bottom of a well.
like, who the fuck is that much about Shakespeare? But anyway.
For real. But seriously, one thing to think about though is this little conspiracy theory about the Ark of the Covenant being down there. Now, the story about the Ark of the Covenant being down there is that, well, first off, if you don't know about the Ark of the Covenant, it's what the Ten Commandments are kept in, and this is very sacred to Catholics out there. Incredibly sacred. Like, if this were found, this would prove that God exists. But if it were found and there was something alien in there, like extraterrestrial stuff in there, it could alter religion as we know it.
Forever.
It would be a definite proof of alien intervention in our past that no one could discredit. But basically, it said that the Ark of the Covenant was passed down throughout time, and in the Middle Ages it was lost when the keepers of it, the Knights Templar, it's a conspiracy group consisting of kung fu fighting monks, led by the Pope in Vatican City.
This is all truth. Kung fu fighting monks.
Yeah, they were supposed to take care of it, but they lost it somewhere in the Middle Ages. And like it said that they may have given it to the William Sinclair family. The Sinclair family from Scotland. Very rich, noble family, if you guys look it up.
Very.
It said that they made a treaty with them, and William Sinclair brought it on a boat from Scotland all the way over to Oak Island
In Nova Scotia.
and constructed the money pit.
Which can't be done
With their technology.
Because if you really looked at the diagram, you'll understand that the only way they could have only way the money could be even fucking made is if they let people die.
Yeah, like our NASA engineers would have a hard time making that today with our modern technology.
And
Let's be honest here.
No way. I don't give a fuck what it says. No man-made could do the money pit.
No.
Look at the diagram. We'll put another thing up here, down there, whatever. And
Yeah.
we want you all to look at it.
Yeah, about the money pit. But back to visit real quick the medieval times. If you really want to talk about UFOs and aliens, look at medieval artwork. Medieval artwork is polluted with alien crafts and flying visitors all over. It's simply all over their art. And that's just, one quick thing. Even the Grim Reaper.
Oh.
The concept that we have of the Grim Reaper.
The Black Plague. They said he was the one that was passing out the Black Plague because there was hooded things in black cloaks with a stick washing over like it was cutting down crops.
Yes,
fields
a scythe.
With mist coming out of it.
Yes, and they said that these beings, these cloaked, hooded men, were sighted all over, and it said their faces looked like terror.
That's scary shit.
That's scary.
Like
that's like those YouTube videos you watch, and then there was a screamer at the end.
Yes.
That's terror.
Like
to
if
me.
you go on demand, I'll be in a horror section. That's terror.
Yeah. Now, I mean, that's. And the Black Plague, they say it's spread around by rats. There weren't even reports of rat infestations. That many. Yeah. That's just. I think that's just historians trying to cover their tracks.
Yep.
That's basically all that is. And they're doing a shitty job of it.
They're trying to make logical explanations of things that they can't explain because they don't want to freak themselves out.
But basically, the smartest men throughout history. Hold on, I'll just name a few of them, and let's see, the YouTube viewers, if they think these are considered smart men. Thomas Jefferson, Ben Franklin.
Yup.
We have Christopher Columbus, Emilio Vespucci, another explorer, if you guys didn't know.
I didn't even know that shit.
Yeah, some of the founders of America. and civilization as we know it, founders of modern technology, Robert Oppenheimer, founder of the atomic bomb, they all believe in aliens. Yeah, okay. If these are some of the smartest men of their time, and they almost fully reject Christianity and believe in aliens, well, that says a whole lot.
If you trust them, like if you trust Christopher Columbus to discover America and all that shit, how can you trust the fact that he in his own journal writes an account of him encountering a UFO while he's on the sea?
Yep.
Came out from the water, glowed, and then shot up in the air.
Yep. Even Christopher Columbus gave a very accurate description of a modern UFO sighting. Yeah. So basically, there's that. I'll be right back. But basically, UFOs all around us. We know it. Our government's hiding it from us. We gotta get to the bottom of this one of these days. We have to. Now, another thing I want to talk to you about. This may be a coincidence, but okay. These three civilizations, they all are very primitive men who, throughout time, they built giant works, worshipping sky creatures. All right, the Mayan civilization, the Choco Indians in America, and the Egyptians. Yeah, the Mayan Street of the Dead, the Choco Canyons, and the Egyptian pyramids.
Great pyramids.
The Great Pyramids. They all mirror the same exact
constellation
blueprint. Yeah, the same blueprint of the constellation Orion's belt. It's kind of like this, these three little dots.
The constellation Orion, and then the belt points to a significant place exactly.
Yes, because the belt of Orion points to Sirius, aka
the brightest star in the sky, aka the North Star.
Yes. Okay, each one of these cities that's all in that perfect alignment, they point to a city of even greater importance. In these three cases, great worship. And what do these people worship? They worship beings from the sky. Whether these are gods or aliens, well, we don't really know that for an absolute fact. But let's just say these are civilizations that we're not exactly sure how they came up with like their public works and did all their, I don't know, building on this giant scale. Would you say they had to have some intervention?
They would. If you really think about it, the Great Pyramids. You cannot light a match in the Great Pyramids because there's not enough oxygen.
Yes, in some chambers you can get mirrors and hold it up and like keep on reflecting it left and right.
That doesn't even work.
No, we don't even know how they built some of their chambers so deep.
And remember, they tried mirrors. Mirrors work way better than copper, which they said could happen, just like the movie The Mummy.
Yeah, like they used copper back then. They replicated with their technology, and they tried to replicate it with our technology, and they couldn't even do it.
Nope.
No, so that's one thing to think about, how they do that. But the Choco Indians, okay, at the Choco Canyon, where they have a giant sanctuary devoted to these sky celestial beings that came down. Okay, there isn't a good source of running water. There isn't good soil. There is no reason for them to even be there. They are only there because these beings from the sky told them to build a temple there.
Exactly.
That's the only reason at all.
It's not even close to a coastline.
No, it's right in the middle of American absolute nothing. Absolute nothing. But from the Bible, there's this thing called Noah's Ark. Alright. There's proof in modern day excavations that can completely discredit that. 100%. They say the giant flood wiped out everything. Well, September 2000, Robert Ballard, he uncovered at the bottom of the Black Sea what looks like a sunken city. Now, throughout the Mediterranean, there's over 200 sunken cities at the bottom of the Mediterranean Sea. This sea that we can absolutely know for a fact was a lot smaller back then and flooded almost twice the size. Yeah. But basically, that's just something to think about.
We're going to start a new video.
I'm Paulie C. This is Dilly D.
We're making a part 2 to this episode.
This is part 2. There's going to be part 2 and a half coming up next.
Dilly D.